and welcome along and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. We are continuing to prepare our 2 fields today, ready for planting grapes come March. I'm going to be pulling out in front of me. I'm going to be getting the stones cleared up today. We've got quite a few sitting on our field, and I want to get them turned around and sorted out. So we're going to have to hire a stone picker. I'm not planning on buying one because we're not looking at doing a lot of stone picking, even though we do own the plough. So let's head into our shop here. We'll just check in here, make sure that there's nothing on offer that's any use to us. No. So I'm going to get the lowest, the cheapest stone picker. This is the Galcomp Signature 7200. Nice and inexpensive. If we lease this, it will cost us 1,275, so that's not bad. Per workday, it's 250, so we could hold on to it and use it for other stuff, but to be perfectly honest, we're going to be using it so little. I don't think it's going to be one of those bits of equipment that we're going to want hanging around, sort of draining our cash as we're working our way through this. So let's just back this up and connect it up. So yeah, this should clear our 2 fields. We've got a fair amount of stones on both. There's a new stone, well, the lime creator, the lime factory that we're using on No Man's Land, that has had an update and has been made a little more realistic. So very tempted to grab that and put that on here. Oh wow, we're gonna have to, hopefully nothing will come the other way. Yeah, so that's been updated, but there's also another great little lime factory that's been released that I want to have a go with, so we might get that on here. We'll see how many stones we get off this, off these 2 fields, but it may be that they will work a little bit better for us, or just, you know, a little bit of equipment in our yard that's not a massive factory might be a better way to go on here. So we might get that in the next couple of times. And I'm looking for stuff to do over the winter because, as somebody pointed out, a great idea for us to do right now would be to get these fields planted with some grass. That way the grass will be ready when we come to plant our grapevines. But also, it means we might be able to actually get a cut in before we plant the grapevines as well. So it's a little bit of thinking ahead and seeing how we can get things done, especially if we're looking to do animals on here as well to help supplement our farm. Lots of people saying that a vineyard is not overly profitable, and I probably agree with that from looking at our initial outlay. So what I want to do is get some animals, so some chickens, some sheep, some cows, and possibly some pigs in here. Whatever we don't get, we will probably reshape the yard. So certainly the cow yard is huge, and we have a great big grass field with that. So that might be worth replacing with something else for us to use. First though, we do need to get this field cleared of stones because, yeah, they are going to damage our equipment, and to be perfectly honest, it's going to be a nice little bit of income so long as they save us money on what we've spent here. Do you think these stones might give us £1,000, 1,200 to cover the cost of this stone picker? So as of recording this video, the update for this map has entered into testing. So hopefully that will work its way through the system fairly quickly and be available. I am going to do a little bit of rejigging when that gets released. I'm going to try and get this save game updated with some of the updates that come in with that. There's a few that basically I think most of them are just a case of adding new items into the items XML. So I'll be fiddling about with that, trying to get those, especially around the yard. A lot of the placeable stuff in the yard is being rejigged and is being made removable, so that we can go and do that and rework our yard as we need to. Hopefully we'll also be able to maybe test whether it's this tractor or whether it's the map that is causing the problem with the ploughing. I've had people say both, basically. Some people have said they've had trouble with getting implements low enough on this tractor. Some people have said, oh, they've had similar issues with this map with a different tractor. So I am intrigued as to which it is. Either way, I think we'll be continuing on with this Fiat. There's nothing with this kind of horsepower in this range that I'm that interested in using. And as a result, this is the nicest tractor I can get at the moment. It does have no turning circle. I will say that the wheels do not seem to turn very far. I know on other tractors I would definitely get round a turn like that much more easily than I am right now. So yeah, its turning circle is not great. Otherwise, though, it's doing us grand on here. It should be great for a starting tractor. It's not going to be our vineyard tractor overall. I want to get a thin tractor for that. The best bet, I think, with a start from scratch like we are, is going to be doing something like the Landini. I know that it's been used on I think another person was using it on their series, and so I think it's quite a useful cheap tractor. I have been keeping my eye out to see if there are any mod tractors that would fit the bill as well. It would be nice to have a good thin tractor that's not a base game one, but at the moment I think this is going to be our mod tractor, and we'll go with something base game for when we actually start on the vines themselves. So my plan at the moment is to get this field fully done and both these fields cleaned off. And as I was saying earlier, I think we're going to go and put grass in both these fields. If we could do that before the end of the year, that would work really well for us. Would mean that we are in a position where these fields are ready. I think we can plant it up to the end of November. Whether it'll germinate enough before then, I don't know. But if we could plant it next month, if we could plant it in October, that would be great. There may be some work we still need to do on here. I think liming the field first is going to be something that's necessary. And I think we're going to end up selling these stones because I'm not going to be in a position where I can get the lime to get the lime processed in time to do that. Especially as we're looking at being that way. Are you going to open inwards or outwards? Inwards, good. We're not looking to be in that position until probably November-ish, I think, if we're processing stone into lime. So we will save ourselves some money. We'll sell the stones. I don't think we're going to make enough to pay for this, unfortunately, as great as that would be. But what we can do is get as much together as we can. It will probably save us a load of money as well anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. Let's start this up, drop it down, and yeah, I have been trying to keep myself on the field doing this job, but this time we actually have a little bit of space that we can work with, and should be able to get around these corners and get this field done. That is a very big field of cotton next door. I'd love to be putting grapes into field 4. We can't afford it at the moment, unfortunately. One thing I'm trying to work out at the moment is how big my headlands on this field needs to be, and on my other one for that matter. Obviously, if we've got, I think the turning circle on the browed harvesters is fairly tight, a lot tighter than I think this Fiat's is. And so we should be able to get away with maybe 3 or 4 widths of this stone picker as a way of turning around, or as enough space to turn around, I should say. So as a result, I think we're fairly good where we are at the moment. I need to remember this when we come to do the planting, that we need to have a good section like this available. Oh, come on, back it up. And to give myself enough space to actually maneuver on here with it. But I think we'll be fairly good. I'm at the moment, I'm not too worried actually as a result of running over those headland areas too much. Where soil compaction not going to be a huge problem for those bits, so running over them a little bit is not going to be is not something that's worrying me. Not that that's a feature of the game, just from a realism point of view. In general, though, this is not doing too bad. We got 72% full. We are not going to get a... Oh, wow, I don't think we're going to get... Yeah, they're not worth £1,000 per 1,000 litres. So we're not going to get enough money, I don't think, to pay for having had this. But as I said, it should mean that we get a lower amount of money in equipment maintenance costs overall, which is much better for us. Let's go there. Whoa, don't want to run over, well, we don't own this field yet, but yeah, I don't want to row over the crops in a field, especially one that isn't mine. But this is working fairly well. It's got up to, yeah, 75% full. We are still lifted, and we should get this field cleared fairly quickly now. And so as we're coming towards the end of the field, we've got 85% full of stones on here. Nearly 2,000 litres of them. We'll just spin around and get this last row here, and then we can take these up to the stone crusher, which I believe is up near the BGA somewhere. It will be able for us to get rid of it, or get rid of these at that point, get a little bit of money in. As I said, I don't think it'll be as much as if we, well, as much as we've spent on getting the stone picker, but I'm not really doing stones here to make money. I'm doing the stones to make sure that we get a nice easy field to deal with. There we are. Turn it off, fold it up, and we have 85%, so 1,973 litres. If we have a look on our map, there we go, debris crusher over near field 36, our quickest way. Oh wow, we have got to go, yeah, so we want to go out of our farm, round here, round all the way around there, and go there to drop them off. So without further ado, let's head over there and see how much we make on these stones. There's a fair amount of traffic on the road, and I'm having to carefully move out of the middle of the road whenever a car comes along. Managed to avoid them so far, which is good news, but it is quite a long trek around to this debris crusher. And this map still is, yeah, is gorgeous. I did my first look, I'm driving around it, and it looked brilliant then. It looks brilliant now as well. It just looks amazing. Right, something I mentioned in my first look, actually. This is a biogas heating, or a biomass heating plant here, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Mistook it for something to do with the BGA originally. Oh my lord. Am I going to get this down here? I don't know if I am. Wow. That is tight. Right, okay. We're going to back this out, because that isn't... Unless we come at this straight, that is not going to work. So we'll head over here. And we'll just reverse this around. Towards the, yeah, the heating plant. Take my indicator off. Yeah, this is not going to be a fun little jaunt down here. I think we might... Oh, wow, yeah, because the road is going to have to go with the tractor half off the road. And in fact, the debris crusher half off the road. Is that enough clearance? Wow, this is so tight. I'm glad we didn't get the bigger one. We'd have never got it down here. We don't have a trailer yet we could have transported it in. That is a little bit mad. Right, but we're here. Look at all these stones around this. Let's drop this into here. I like to actually tip it in. There we go. Into the bottom. 107. Wow, that really wasn't worth it. That really wasn't worth it. Let's take these back. Yeah, I think converting them into lime would probably be the better way to go. But you live and learn. Right, I'm going to drop this back off at the shop. And while we're up there, we'll work out what the next job we're going to have to do today is. So back up to the shop. And we'll turn in here. Yeah, there we go. And we want to return this. Does it go in the shed? Or in the service area? Or... there we go. Over here. Yeah, there we go. Does go in the service area. But just here. Reverse it up. And we'll drop it off. Perfect. Right. So return this. Return. Yes. Thank you. Now, it's something I want to test. I've heard that if you lease something, after a little while, you'll find a second-hand one available to you in the shop. So we'll see whether one of those appears. For now, we need to work out what our next job is. And to do that, I'm going to switch from ploughing on this menu to... Where's my farm? There we go. To looking if it needs lime. And yes, both of our fields 1 and 5 need lime. So, what we're going to do is head into the shop and see if we can hire a lime spreader to get this done. And I think we've got an old favourite on here. Where are you? There we go. Fertilizer spreaders. I don't have my my usual Amazon lime spreader, so it's going to be this one. Which I'm just going to do the basic setup on it. We don't need the big discs. We are going to go VF 002 OS. There we go. Back only, a main color, and I'm going to make it red because it's rented, and that will remind me of that. And then we'll go there. Okay. And yeah, we just got the spreading disc, standard wheel setup, although I am tempted to get the narrow... Actually, we'll get the narrow tires on it because I might keep hold of this, depending on how much it costs. Trelleborg, Michelin. Actually, no. We don't need narrow tires. So we can go standard BKTs, no extension, no extra discs. We lease this. That is 2,245. Yes, please. Like so. And then to go with that, we're going to need some pallet. Oh, we're going to need some big bags as well. So, big bags of lime. Lime is 350 for 2,000 litres. So, I'm going to get 3 of these. Yep. And buy that. Yes. And then we're going to need some way of loading the lime in. So, it is time to get ourselves a front loader. And we've got the quickie on here. I think a 6M is probably going to be a good choice for us. Main color, do we have it? We do have a crimson red. Yep. And design color, yep, we'll leave as the black. So we're going to buy that. And then I need a big bag. Where are we? Front loader tools. We're going to need a big bag. A single one should do us fine. We will buy that as well. Yes. Okay. Right. There we go. Nothing new turned up in here. No. Perfect. So we're down to 78,000 and we haven't really started buying any of our actual equipment yet, which is not good. We're going to have to leave the weight up here because the weight is going to be just in the way. Well, no, we'll be able to take the weight back in a bit. We'll just keep it out of the way for now. So drop that off like so. And then we can load these bags up and hopefully 3 bags of lime is going to be enough for this job. If it isn't, then yeah, we'll have to come back up here and get some more. I think I put the quickie one on here. I hope I did. Yeah, there we go. And oh, it's a little bit of a dark red, I think, that crimson. We might have to recolor that. Thankfully, we have bought it. Right, first up. Let's get that hooked into there. And lift it. Not a problem. Not needing the weight on the back. And in goes the lime. Probably got at it at a better angle, but that's working fairly well now. Load the 3rd bag in, and then we will... Yeah, there we go. That should do it. Get that loaded in. Yeah, much easier if I actually come at it from the right angle. And fill it from the side. But 6,000 litres in here, it should be more than enough for this job. So just finish that off and load it in. Right. Then I want to put the weight back on the front of the tractor. Like so. And what we're going to try and avoid doing, as I'm trying to avoid on pretty much all my series now, is removing the front loader. So while most of the time we're going to have the front loader on here, it's going to become a bit of a staple of this tractor anyway, because we want to have we're going to be using this as a yard tractor as well, because our little narrow tractors, they don't tend to have front loader consoles on them, so makes it very hard to actually use them as a yard tractor. The alternative is to get something like a little JCB tele-truck or something like that, which I might do in the future. Depends on where we go with this tractor, actually, whether we do much upgrading to it or not. I'm going to start this job with field 5, I think, and then we'll come back and finish off with field 1. So I've dropped off the bag lifter and positioned my front loader so that it's just off the top of my weight and not actually touching it, so that we've got maximum visibility. And I think this is going to cover this in not many runs, although I'm not far enough over. Wow, I thought that was going to be wider than that. You forget how much simpler GPS makes life. It really does. You get to know exactly how much space you've got to work with, and can turn very easily and get yourself into position, whereas this is just, yeah, I'm guessing where I need to be, but seemingly getting it fairly right. I wonder if we can move over slightly and get a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So get that whole width there. Do have some cleaning up to do because I messed up a bit. Still got 4,300 litres left, so that's good. And that should allow us to get this field and all of field 1 done. Yeah. Headland stuff is difficult to get right. There we go. We'll go down the edge of this field. I've got 3,000 litres to use on each field, so we've got plenty to do here. That is working nicely. Now, I'll take this into field 1 and go, right, that's what I need to do. Need to make sure that I have enough to cover that. And like I was doing on No Man's Land, we're sort of doing a little bit, running all over the place, making sure that we do have a good coverage of lime everywhere on here. There we go. Then we're gonna have to put some stuff up the top here, and well, we're either gonna extend the vineyard towards this top section up here, or we can use this top section to put some extra put some buildings and things down. But considering we're going to be doing some reworking of the rest of the farm, the rest of the farmyard, we may not need to do that. There we go. Right. Just need to do field 1 now. So, out. Back on. Do this headland as we go. Trying to put as little into the river as possible. And then I can turn. Actually get most of the field. Wow, that is fairly pleasing, I think. And then do the same thing in this corner. Try and pull ourselves out. And yeah, we are spreading a little bit of it on the road. But that will give us a good headland coverage. And then I'll start at the far end, far side of the field, and do the rest. One thing I know for certain, we would never have got enough lime off the stones off this field, off these 2 fields, sorry, to have done to have actually limed them. We'd have had to have bought extra lime in anyway. So I think the offset is actually worked out better for us. It paid for nearly a half of 1 bag of this. And we've got 2,000 litres left at the moment, but we've still got field to do. So yeah, this we bought the right amount for once, which is also good. Was doing the stones worth it? I don't know. I'm a little bit dubious whether it was worth spending 1,700 on a stone picker. I'm not sure it would have saved us 1,700 in maintenance. Whether all those stones would have caused that much. Yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. But we have just about done our work on the farm for today. We're actually in a position where next time we can get some grass seeded in here in October. Should work out fairly well for us. I do want to just go and drop this off. And then we can return this lime spreader. Because, yeah, I'm going to need to put some fertilizer on later. But this is probably a bit of overkill for doing that. So, just going to bring this here and unload the lime. Which means I'm going to have to go and get a set of forks. So that's going to be something we need next time as well. Let's just drop this off though. And we can return this. So leased items, fertilizer spreader, return that. Yes, please. And yeah, that'll be a good place for us to end it today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.